Well, we are back for some Bleach Soul Resonance, and I want to say thank you to anyone who showed out for the previous video. That's very kind of you. Always appreciate people, tuning in. It's a relatively small channel, pretty tight-knit, pretty close, keeping things very, in-house, so fun to see. But I wanted to say that the weekly just reset, and with the weeklies, we, of course, got a bunch of corridor keys from our weekly gains here. We still got 6 left. Huge. I will not be going for any dupes at all. I think now that I've tasted since I've tasted what it feels like to just sort of whiff twice, because we have whiffed a few times now on getting these in relative order, actually getting them when they come, and getting the showcase with them. So things like my Yuri and so on, I'll probably be really closed in about actually using those keys now. But we're going to be looking at Soi Fon because we did grab hers. We also grabbed an extra Yoruichi core stamp in the same roll, which is hilarious because I've had Yoruichi's core stamp 5 ascended since it feels like the 3rd week of the game. I could not stop pulling that thing. It was really annoying. This is for anyone who wasn't playing back then, of course, because it was completely random what you got. There was no priority system. So I have a billion of them. That said, though, each time 1 point of death mark is consumed, Soi Fon gains 1 stack of intuition, increasing her technique damage by 2.5%. So I can go up quite a bit. This effect stacks up to 10 times, so about 25% or something like that. And upon reaching 10 stacks, her ultimate also gains a 150% crit damage bonus, which is massive. I mean, Soi Fon has been really expertly made, I'd say. For any sort of downside you might feel about her, she is literally a character who all of her kit revolves around spending as little time as possible actually affecting the on-field character, actually affecting the enemy as an on-field character, and spends primarily her time in the back. So her core stamp makes the most sense. When her ultimate lands a critical hit, it immediately triggers an extra sting. You should be critting all the time because Soi Fon gets up to 90% crit really easily. I mean, my Soi Fon, okay, I will say, of course I have the boundary 1, but my Soi Fon has a crit damage 2nd piece and is still at 90% crit when her passives are up. So again, very powerful. After her ultimate hits an enemy, all damage the target takes afterward is increased by 10% for 30 seconds, increases ultimate damage by 30%. So what we are going to do is I'm going to do a run of training mode just to, against Kensai, just to see how she fares. And then we're going to take us into this trial, and we're going to try to beat our, not this one. Where is it? Oh, it's this guy over here. Showdown mode, and I'm going to do a run to get a new Soi Fon team up here, and then we're going to try out breaking our previous score and see if we can place pretty high, okay? That sound good? Good. And here we are. So we're just going to run a 2-minuter, usual stuff, 2-minuter, see how she does. I don't remember the damage I did last time, but I imagine this will be about, in my head, maybe I'll go check to see. I imagine this will be about a 10 or 15% improvement, but let's just get into it. No fussing around or anything like that. Remember, we do not have Kisuke's, and we immediately forgotten to do his ultimate. we'll pop that quickly though. We'll do this. Oh man, I just woke up, by the way. Please give me a little time. I literally just woke up. But yeah, that'll affect our damage certainly, but it's okay. We saved it. We saved the rotation. We'll do this. We'll go back into Soi Fon, and then we'll swap back out. That's actually hilarious. So we're gonna swap out the Yoruichi, then we're gonna swap the Kisuke, and then ult with Soi Fon. That way we spend the least amount of that way we spend the most amount of time in Yoruichi. So here we go. Because of this, now we should be able to go directly in, and that did damage, even though, yeah, for whatever reason it did not immediately say so. But yeah, here we go. Grab this. And yeah, wait, you can see the damage already ramping up, it feels like. I should have a dodge coming up, yep. And okay, now we're rolling. Now we're okay, guys. I'm not washed. I'm not that washed. I'm washed, but I'm not that washed. Okay, we're back. We're back in rotation. We're back in rotation. We got to go to Kisuke soon to get this, and we'll grab those. Okay, I'm washed, but I'm not that washed. Okay, like it's okay. And then we'll go out here. Woo, the beginning of that fight was not my finest work. I'll say that. Oh, we're gonna get a big ult here too. Okay, we'll go out. And we're going to want to go into Kisuke here just for the most maximized ult. There we go. We also got the quick double attack in. It's funny that we're not seeing our damage pop out. Let's say 17 million. Okay. Yeah, she's blitzing now, right? And we should be able to swap out after this. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. I feel like we're racing through our previous damage. It's just way too much. It's way too much, right? Am I crazy to say, like, that feels insanely good? I don't think so. And we'll do this and hit one here, and then go here. Nice, really quick swaps on that. We'll go here, ult. We're going to do double. We're going to do counter, double, and then tactic skill out, of course. Unless, actually, yeah, okay. We'll do that instead. And then we're going to want to swap into this. That way I don't trigger the... I don't want to trigger the swap yet. I want to trigger the swap here. There we go. And then we're going to ult swap Yoruichi. Of course. Oh, look at that little 15 million. He's not even dissipated. Damn. I mean, she certainly looks good. She looks good. Wow. Okay. I'm interested in seeing her direct damage because that don't look bad. She'll get a swap here, of course, and then we go out. We're gonna, of course, technique and then swap. How's our Kisuke doing? Our Kisuke needs time. So we're gonna go directly into Kisuke here. There we go. That'll get us all of those buffs back up. We were running out, and now we're grooving. We're grooving again. You know, again, we're gonna wait to use her thing until ult. Yeah, now we're gonna get it all at the same time. Probably get an ult on his dissipate turn, or on his dissipate section, which is really good. So this is gonna be all pretty free damage. Yep. And then we'll go here, and we're gonna grab this. We're gonna battlefield skill, counter, ult, and then right into Yoruichi. This should do a fucking billion damage. Yeah, that looked a lot. Is that 15? Yeah, 15. I could kind of make out the numbers, and I was like, I just, you know, made the assumption, but yeah, whatever our old damage was, it certainly was not this. I'll say that. Swap into Yudahara, grab another stack here, grab an ultimate here. We're gonna, of course, go right into Soi Fon, and the rotation is looking really smooth now. If there's any way I can optimize, you can tell me, but I feel like I'm pretty smooth at this now. We've had several days at this point to really file this down. I feel like I don't really make the huge mistakes anymore. Of course, this is on a training dummy. Remember that always, that the training dummy performance is much easier with Soi Fon than when you're actively dodging things, especially things like Yudahara. Or not Yudahara, what am I talking about? Okieta. Okay, we're gonna go into this, and then, you know, you've seen this one before. Ooh, this is gonna be a great rotation. So pop that. We go here. We're going to just try to get all of this out because we're about to run out of time. We're really milking it. Nearly 2 million on this one. And then... Oh, no. There we go. Ooh, come on. Ah, a bit more. Okay, so let's check out that damage spread. First of all, 194 million. I definitely could have tightened that up. 100% could have tightened that up. We might have missed a crit at the end because we did 6-ish million with our ultimate, and you see, and that would have been the actual difference. If we had like 9 more million like we were doing, that would have been the difference between 200 million and 194 million, right? 28 million here, and then 32 million here. So in total, we do about 60 million off of ults alone. And then she also, of course, has the ailment damage, as well as, you know, just providing all of these counters for Yoruichi. I mean, Yoruichi counterattacked 17 times. She herself counterattacked 5 times. It looks really good. Sting is way up. I mean, Sting's at 16 million. This core stamp with the addition of her Boundary 1 feels amazing. Like, that's exactly how that character needs to play. We're gonna go out there actually and just do a quick look-see, but with the addition of Boundary 1, she feels like this is the character. Like, also 39,000 power feels really cool as well, because I mean, just feels like a big chunky number, right? So that of course feels nice. I'm just looking around, like I'm wondering if there's anything I could squeeze out the last bit to get her at 40,000, but probably not. But Boundary 1, reducing that ultimate cooldown by 10, getting that 100% ultimate charge rate feels incredible when it comes to applying that Sting as well. That Sting is a lot of damage now. I mean, 750% of Soi Fon's attack. I mean, you're almost always critting. You can see that Sting proc as well. It looks really good. And I got 4,800 there. Yeah, I really like my build now. Could it be better? Of course. I mean, this HP stat is dead. This defense stat is dead. This piece is really good. Arguably, I could switch it to a different main stat, of course. Maybe something like this. If I really didn't want to run ailment, but we'll have to see, of course. Maybe I'll take a look at that at some point. This one's not too bad. This one could be really good as well. I've gotten a lot of good Soi Fon pieces over time. I mean, I'm still mostly running Soi Fon as the thing I farm every day. Like, she's usually just the thing I blow my experience into, or my stamina into. So it's just like, that's fine. But yeah, that looks really good. We'll come back once I get a team farmed for showdown mode. How about that? How about we come back for showdown mode? Okay, so we are back. We've actually got 2 of the 3 ultimates from our boy Aizen here. We've got a bunch of secrets that feel pretty good. A lot of squad 5 secrets and the like. So we're gonna be taking it in and seeing how we do here. See how that Soi Fon stacks up, right? And we'll just let this play out. Let's go. Again, I gotta say, as far as like new content that hasn't been like half Annie or anything like that, and this mode really is impressive. I do feel like it's sort of exactly where they should be going when it comes to this style of game, like the style of like content of just like, do the most numbers possible. We want to see you hit them really hard. Like, hell yeah. You know, like why not? We should be coming up on a little swap here. Yes, sir. And that's gonna be ult as well. This should hit for a fucking billion, by the way. Ooh, I like that it doesn't show the damage anymore, but it did hit for nearly 100 million right off the bat. Oh my gosh, she got ult again. I forgot that's one of her things. Ooh, that is so cool. The character's so easy to balance, dude. Just give her that. Are they all the people who are like, oh, Soi Fon needs buffs? Just give her a second ult. It's so obvious. We should have always like known. Like, I don't know why no one is saying this. Come here, bitch. Should get a perfect dodge back here, right? It's been a little bit. We also need to go out into our boy Yodahara soon. So we'll do this. We need to swap, so it is what it is. It is what it is. And we'll pop this to get both the clone and his invisible ass. Come here, bitch. Come here, yeah, bitch. See if we got any up. And then we'll go back in here. Pop one of these things right there. Yes, sir. Can I get another? Yeah, ult on that guy. Oh my god. That's so sick. That is so sick. There's something so good about that, man. It's just so funny. About being like, yeah, dickhead, take another. Imagine if Soi Fon was moving like that in the show, dude. Like, how many problems would have been solved by Soi Fon pulling that thing out again? Oh man. Man, I don't know, not to spoil anything, but her showing up in TYBW is really funny. When it's like animated, like I've always said before, Bleach is a show I followed in its initial like manga run. You know, back when, you know, back before the anime got all these bells and whistles, and it was like Studio Pro or whatever the fuck who was handling it in like every other anime under the sun. It was Studio Pro, right? I think so. Weren't they handling it and Naruto? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm mixing them up. I could be mixing them up. I'm bad at like studio names and shit like that. Outside of like the big ones, like Mappa right now, obviously is like the studio who is animating everything because they got those Mappa workers locked in a box. You know, drawing every pixel of Gojo's ass cheek. So I do. You know, I admit I'm not the best at remembering studio names. You know, I knew Studio Bones and the like, but yeah, either way. During its initial run, that if anyone remembers was the classic anime slot of like, you guys remember like the filler era of like the big three needing like, you know, 2 months worth of filler because they were just so behind. What a dark time in anime, dude. I don't know about you guys. I don't mind filler. I think certain anime that are like modern could use filler. Genuinely, not like I've talked about it before, but if there's one anime that's like modern and big that I think unironically would benefit. Also, we are at 54 million. What the fuck? Or level 54. What the hell? Okay. I guess he's just dead. I thought I would get more time to talk. Okay. If there's one anime, I guess that I thought would need filler is like Jujutsu Kaisen, because I feel like they in the first season they don't give me a lot of reasons to care about Yuji, or Megumi. Like Nobara's story is cool, like her and the girl from her hometown and stuff like that. That is like her, like was sort of like a big sister to her and shit like that. That was cool. By the way, we finished. We're 45 now. We're top 45 now. Oh, okay. So there's this up here, and this person is literally the person who's like botting, right? This is the person who's like has hacked the game, OP man, I'm pretty sure. Everyone else, this is the max you can get. Okay, well there you go. I'm literally fucking in the top 1. Cool. And I did it faster than the people under me, I assume is why I'm 45. Yeah. So me and these people right here are all the same, and then 28. Okay, well there you go. Yeah, I would have liked some filler. People always take filler as like a complete bad thing, but I think in the case of like Dragon Ball, the Saiyan saga has filler that actually like really helps Gohan's character and doesn't like hurt it in any way, which is cool. Naruto filler is literally dun doo 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 dun dun doo doo doo. Like there's some filler that really nothing happens in, and I think it's giving people a bad like worldview on like what filler can accomplish. But yeah, I think in anime now, where we get like 12 episodes and every episode is just like a fight montage, it does help to sort of have those episodes that are just them chilling. But yeah, there you have it. I mean, core stamp does affect the character a fuck ton. And I would say, unlike Mayuri's core stamp, and let's actually show Mayuri's core stamp. Unlike Mayuri's core stamp, where you actually just want as many of these as possible. I mean, you can see I have 2 here. You can see that in the case of Nell, I have my most easily, which is at 4, right? You can see that number goes up and up and up and up and up. But yeah, I feel like Soi Fon is just really good at 1 because you get this huge crit damage stack. You get the addition of starting to use these death marks, these intuitions, and then most importantly, you get these like flat stat bonuses to her, what damage she wants to be doing. Yeah, that's great. Soi Fon, the woman that you are so cool. I know you're considered less hype than some other characters, obviously. It is what it is, but you know, you're number 1 in our hearts. I've been Lone though. Like if you like the video, subscribe, join the club, we all go make it, and peace.